for yeah. Really? Here? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I saw him on that tour as well. Yeah.
He sang for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
He just stood up there for 3 hours doing his thing.
I thought, and I thought he really looked like he was loving what he was
He
doing.
loved it,
Yeah.
and he was humble and
Yeah.
kind and grateful to be there. And
Yeah.
it was just such a
I absolutely, and also so witty and wry, and just little twinkle in his eye all the time. Absolutely. Funny enough, I saw Paul Simon the other night because Paul Simon's on tour, and actually I felt the same way. It was beautiful. His concert was fantastic. It was good. It was okay. Yeah. I mean, I think I've been reading and people think, but it's a bit weaker, sure. But
his voice is still amazing after all these years. He's James Taylor.
oh, it's James Taylor. Yeah, James. I mean, he's solid as a rock, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Oh. I'm not sure whether we. Oh, should we wait for? No, don't wait. Don't wait. Well, Paul. Oh, there you are. Okay. Well, thank you very much for staying. How lovely. And I thought, well, I'll just do a little bit of stuff as well. I've come to do Jewish Music Week on Sunday night. And so this is a little taster, I suppose. How about that? I always start with this one. It's God Knows Where. My father's 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 father before him came from Russia, maybe Poland, maybe Lvov or Lublin. My mother's 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 mother before her from Vilna, Lithuania, near the Polish border. I come from them. They came from there to another country on a journey to God knows where. I'm the fourth generation since my not so distant relations left the villages and ghettos for another land. The Star of David, the menorah, the Talmud and the Torah. Behold the diaspora from the motherland. On the trains and the boats, there they are, packed together like Rome, herrings in a jar. They arrive in immigration, they can hardly spell their names. After decontamination, they are never quite the same. They are greens now, they are browns now, they are silvers, they are golds. They are waking, they are waiting for their stories to be told. I come from them, they came from there to another country on a journey to God knows where. We live and learn, we laugh and cry. One day we're born, one day we die. We come from here, we go to there, and we're all on a journey to God knows where. Aren't we all on a journey to God knows where? Yeah, we're allowed to clap now. So we're all on a journey to God knows where. We don't know where we're going. We don't know why we're going there. We don't know what we're going to do when we get there. We don't know really where we are at the moment. We don't know what we're doing at the moment. We don't know why we don't know what we're doing at the moment, or why we don't know where we're going, or we don't know anything. More than ever lately, actually, I don't know what's going on. But we do sort of know where we've been, roughly. So what I do is I sort of tell some stories about where I've been and where my family's been. And along this little journey to God knows where, hopefully you might recognize yourselves and your family and, you know, things that we've been through. And I just try and capture the feeling and write about them. And this is a story about a couple of people that made that literal journey in the 19th century. Obviously, they didn't get as far as here, but they got as far as where I'm from, because you may have worked out that I'm not from these parts. And they actually landed in the north of England, but they were a couple of tailors from the Pale. And this story is called A Tale of Two Tailors, and it's got some Yiddish in it. And I don't know, anybody here Yiddish speaking, familiar with the? There you go. So you can help me with a bit of translation. When I go, "Oi Gewalt," you tell me it means. Okay, so that's that one. Oi Weis mir. No translation needed, indeed. Morris Green was fast and mean with a sewing machine. There was no one better. He and his mate Monty were the greatest tailors they were. They'd suit you, sir, in silk or wool or leather. They were a nice little double act. The funny man, the straight man, the quiet man, the great man. They were a cut above the rest. Maury and Monty were the best. Now let me explain. In the garment game, you've got to have a brain for the business. Well, Monty, he had that, but it was Maury who had the knack. Like a knife through butter, he could cut a bit of schmutter, slicker and quicker than a Moyle at a bris does. They were a nice little double act, the yang and the yin, the Beth and the din. They were a cut above the rest. Maury and Monty were the best. They met on the boat from Hamburg, and on it they made a vow. In a mixture of Russian and Polish and Yiddish, they stood like Leonardo DiCaprio did ish on the Titanic bow. They're gonna be kings of the world. Kings of the world, they say. They're gonna be kings of the world, kings of the world. One day, all they had on that boat was a crumpled up note in the pocket of their coat that they could not even read, and on it was the address of an uncle or cousin of theirs who'd resettled from the shtetl, now in Manchester or Leeds. So in a poor part of town, in a sweatshop underground, they dream of the sound of cash registers. Maury and Monty, like the brothers Delfonsi, Cuban cigars, Rolls-Royce cars, their names above the doors of community centres. They were a nice little double act, Spencer and Marx, and some of their parts was more than you would ever guess. Maury and Monty were the best. They beg and they steal and they borrow. They're wily, they're clever, they're strong. In a mixture of Russian and Polish and Yiddish, they take on the orders. Their thinking is biggish, and they're singing their company song. And it goes, we're gonna be kings of the world. We'll show them, you'll see. We're gonna be kings of the world, kings of the world, aren't we? One night while Maury lay asleep in his bed, a shaft of light came through the window, and a voice in his head, in a mixture of Russian and Polish and Yiddish and some Hebrew that he recognized from when he made the Kiddush, said, I am the God of your fathers, kid. I delivered you from Egypt, I did. And to Adam and Eve I sent a snake, kid, so they'd realize that they were naked. And for you I did this favor, so that people should always need a tailor. And tonight I plant in you a seed, a simple yet brilliant idea. And woe betide you, I guarantee, if you forget it was me, God, that put it here. But sure enough, the very next day, Maury woke up and shouted, Eureka! Hooray! Eureka! I've got it, the pattern and the stitch. Eureka! I've got it, I'm gonna be rich. This next section is in ragtime. I'll let that gag just land for a moment. I'll do it again. This next section is in ragtime. Yeah, thank you. Here all night. And how's the, what is it? How's the liver? He says the buttons on the jacket or the coat can spoil the line, and the lady or the gentleman might not really like that all the time. If I can make a long extended seam or flap, the buttons can be hidden underneath the overlap. How come nobody's ever thought of that? That is a great idea. That is a great idea. I better file a patent right away. That is a great idea. I feel like a genius today. If I can make a long extended seam or flap, the buttons can be hidden underneath the overlap. How come nobody's ever thought of that? I really am a very clever chap. That is a great idea. Well, Monty, the other one, he was very jealous. After all, he was supposed to have the brains. He started fiddling about with the tassels on his talons. That's the prayer shawl. You could see the bulging of his temple veins. These are his temple veins. I thought I'd better show you. And these are the other temple veins. that he doesn't go to. He says that ain't a great idea. You leave the thinking to me. Everybody knows round here your brain is the size of a pea. You get back to the treadle of your Singer Deluxe. Leave me to the business of making the bucks. You don't want us looking like a couple of schmucks. That ain't a great idea. Now, after me. Oi, Gavolt. Oi, wees mir. We will never really know what happened here. But before you could say, I'll have a bagel mit schmear. Monty stole Morris's idea. And from it he made a killing. And Maury was left with chopped egg on his face. And he never got a shekel or a shilling. He says, Monty, you have conned me. How could you stitch me up like this? Monty says, Maury, I'm very sorry, but it's a cutthroat business this is. So these two men, they never spoke again. The best of friendship had been broken, and Maury's career stopped in a Bradford tailoring shop. But Monty, he built a factory, never mentioning the idea that Maury said he'd stolen. That was the end of the double act. Friends now strangers, everything changes. Like the dinosaurs, like King Canute. Maury and Monty followed suit. Oi, Gavolt. Oi, wees mir. That's beautiful, isn't it? Let's do it again. Oi, Gavolt. Oi, wees mir. For every moment of joy, there's a corresponding tear. Their lives, like ours, full of jealousy and fear. Maury went to his grave, bearing a grudge. And as for Monty, God will be his judge. Well, Maury, he begat Asney, and Asney begat Ruth, begat me. A mixture of Russian and Polish and Yiddish. Their lives and their hopes and their dreams don't finish. They live on in you and in me. When I look in the mirror, I see a little bit of Maury and Monty. They were the kings of their world, kings of their world in the day. They were the kings of the world, kings of the world, weren't they? Maury, Monty, kings of the world. But actually, Maury did go on. Well, he did okay. That was my great grandfather, Maurice Green. Monty, however, became a captain of industry. He was actually no. He was called Montague Burton, and Burton's. He had a factory. He invented the made-to-measure, the mass-produced made-to-measure suit. That was what he was. You could say he was the Henry Ford of tailoring, without the anti-Semitism. And shortly after the Second World War, 45% of British men wore a Burton's three-piece suit. And it was known as the Full Monty. Oh well. Suit yourselves. Hey. Okay, what should we do now? Um, I know. I'd like to do this because this is. I don't. I think. I'm pretty sure I hadn't written this when I was here last time. I've spent quite a lot of time um, dealing with my mum died last year. In fact, there's a stone setting coming up at the end of the month, at the end of June, I should say. And so I've just, I couldn't, I didn't really know how to sort of put it into words and stuff. But anyway, this song came to me while I was up, and I was in her house. I spent a good time there sorting it out. This is Mother's house. I'm clearing out my mother's house. I'm opening every cupboard and drawer. These were her possessions, her clothes, her gems, her medicines, and her shoes galore. All these bits and pieces were choices she made. Everything she bought and sought and thought they were her story. They meant the world to her. 89 years she was here or there or thereabouts. This is what I'm thinking as I'm clearing out my mother's house. Clearing out my mother's house. I'm looking at the people in this picture. All these familiar faces from different times and different places. She kept them with her. Fat man on a jack chair, dressed in a three-piece woolen suit, on a beach in Bridlington or Scarborough, tells a story that means the world to her. For 89 years, blood, sweat and tears, hopes and fears and doubts. This is what I'm thinking as I'm clearing out my mother's house. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way, like all the yesterdays that came before. If we could have all our yesterdays once more, would we do it any better? Would we be any the wiser? Would we cry any less or any more? Clearing out my mother's house. No one still wants this kind of furniture. We're gonna have to pay someone to take it all away, much like we did with her. The soup's no longer bubbling on the stove all day. There's just the echo of the folk that used to gather. End of story. End of the world for her. 89 years and it's still not clear what it was all about. This is what I'm thinking as I'm clearing out my mother's house. This is what I'm thinking as I'm filling up the bags. How quickly we transform into the have-nots from the haves. This is what I'm wondering as I'm sweeping the floor. This is why I'm crying as I'm closing the door, clearing out my mother's house. Do-do-do-do-do-do. This is what I'm feeling. This is how I'm grieving, clearing out my mother's house. But enough of the comedy. Yeah. She was quite a character, my mother. Actually. But anyway, she was a healer, actually, and a spiritual healer, and she had more crystals than you've ever seen. I mean, there are sinkholes in Bolivia that directly match the shape of the crystals that she has she had, and actually I had to get rid of because I couldn't know where to put them. Anyway, bless her. There's always, don't you worry, I'll send you a message, I'll send you a sign, you'll know that I'm still around and all this, because she wasn't concerned about the veil between here and there. And so it's funny because there's the sign, anyway, let's just move on. I don't know how long you want me to be here for, but is there one you'd like to hear? I mean, yes, I'm asking you.
I love your personal story. What's the chorus? It's you, your brother, your first love, and splitting up, and the bumpy car ride.
Oh, that one. Oh, doing the best I can. Oh, I don't know if I. No, it's not that. It's just that I never play it. I might be able to play it. I wonder if I can do it. I don't know. I haven't got it. I haven't got it formed. But I should redo that one actually. Oh, that one. Well, yes, I could do that. It's called Under the Table. Under the Table. I could do that. It's a bit teary. This one too. Is that all right? Okay. Okay. All right. We'll do that. But Clemts, that's what it is. Remind me of those. Here is a story about Grandfather Isaac. Grandfather Isaac and my Aunt Ray. She wasn't an aunt, really. She was a friend of the family. Friday nights and Saturday nights, she was always there, sitting next to Isaac whilst Isaac said the prayers. Grandfather Isaac, he loved his wife Sophie. Grandmother Sophie, she loved him too. He wasn't short of affection, but he was prone to depression. When that descended, Sophie would say, why don't we think about inviting round Ray? And as soon as he saw her, the dark clouds would lift, and the three of them would laugh about that and about this. If Sophie knew, she didn't say, and neither did Isaac or Ray. But under the table, their hands touch. It's all that they're able to do, and it isn't so much, but a power that's so hard to resist. Arcs across their fingertips, wound up like coiled springs, are they? Grandfather Isaac and my Aunt Ray. Sophie and Rachel are primary school teachers to the immigrants' children down Chapeltown Way. And though they share their secrets like best friends do, there was this one subject that was always taboo. Things were not open and free like today. Emotions were stifled and hidden away. Grandfather Isaac had a strict moral code, and though they may have been tempted to go down that road, they favored the status quo, and they stayed on the straight and narrow. But under the table, he strokes her knee. It's all that they're able to do when no one can see. And that was as far as it went. But they knew how much more it meant. Their hearts never came out to play. Grandfather Isaac and my Aunt Ray. Rachel grew older, but she never married. No man she encountered could take Isaac's place. She kept a tiny picture of him in a locket of silver. And many years later, on the day that he died, she clutched on that locket and she cried and she cried, imagining everything for better or for worse, and remembering the warmth of his hand holding hers. Under the table, Isaac and Ray speak with their fingers what their mouths dare not say. And somewhere in a parallel land, Isaac and Rachel are publicly holding hands, and that's where we'll find them today. Grandfather Isaac and my Aunt Ray. Grandfather Isaac and my Aunt Ray. If I go on too much longer, the Jewish Music Week police will be here. um, oh, look at that. Look at that. Do you think I dare do that? Okay. Okay, well, this could go either way. This is a true story about a rabbi in the northern English city of Manchester who was addicted to cocaine. That was very kind of interested, enthusiastic sort of sound, actually. I think we want to sound shocked and horrified, do we not? Let's try it again. This is about a rabbi who was addicted to cocaine. Oiga, Volt! And not only was he addicted to cocaine, he was also more than overly fond of the ladies. What kind of ladies, I hear you ask? You know, you do know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It was the ladies of the night. So much so that when they came to arrest him, and he was surrounded by his favourite hookers, exhausted. He was exhausted, collapsed after 6 days and 6 nights of solidly stopping and snorting. And he needed a rest because it was Shabbat. So, okay, so far so good. The rabbi from Manchester, true story, who was addicted to Rabbi Baruch Shalomish. That's why you wanted this. It's a word that sounds a bit like that. Right, okay. There's no way around this, is there? And you asked for it. Hello, miss. She liked a bit of crack. As he thumbed through the pages of the escort brochure. Not for him the Diet Coke, his idea of a snack was pure cocaine, which he patiently explained was actually halakhically kosher. In a luxury city centre flat, he chopped them out for the judges and the surgeons and the northern glitterati, like the children of Israel when they built the golden cow. Say what you like, he threw a hell of a kosher klezmer party. On the Friday night table it was piled high. Over the candles he would smelt the challah poppy seeds. He baked a mean hash bagel. He was a wild guy when he was high. He was pretty fly for a rabbi. Ay, 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 ay. Your turn. Ay, 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 ay. He was mad, wasn't he? He was sad, wasn't he? He lost his wife suddenly. She left him half the man he used to be. He sits in the dock and he's seen he's been a schmuck, and he promises from now on he'll be good. The defendant's repentant, my lord. He swears it on the Talmud, and the judge says Baruch, and the judge gives Baruch. Judge gives Baruch a slap on the tongue. He says you're not just a bad, bad guy, you're a very bad, bad rabbi. Bad rabbi. What was it? Bad rabbi. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Ay, ay, ay. Rabbi. Hello, miss. Rabbi Baruch Halomish was learned and wise. He studied at a yeshiva in old Yerushalayim, and every day he'd argue till the tears were in his eyes about which foods could be eaten, should be chopped or mashed or beaten, and which oil it was permissible to fry in. And you mustn't boil a baby goat up in its mother's milk, but where's it written? It's forbidden to use coconut or soya. They're devils for the detail, Rabbi Baruch and his ilk. They're like union officials in dispute with their employer. Every hour on the hour, a lady from the street would press the buzzer and ask to see the rabbi, please. And he'd lead them to the bedroom, and he'd say to them, my sweet, my life would be complete if you'd peckle my schmeckle through the hole in this sheet. Ay, 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 ay. He was nuts, wasn't he? He was a klutz, wasn't he? No whistle buts, wasn't he? A pillar of the community, but now he's distraught because White knows that he's been caught. I don't blame him for his cravings, do you? For wanting a prostitute or two, to do what no Haredi lady would do. And the judge says, Baruch, this time you are instruct. You're not just a bad, bad guy. You're a very bad, bad rabbi. Bad rabbi. Bad rabbi. Bad rabbi. Is it good for the Jews when we read it in the news? How we worry, how we scurry, how we cringe. Why could he not have been happy with just the occasional spliff? Nobody likes to see a rabbi going out on a binge. What did he think he was doing? Treating every day like it was boring. Rabbi. Hello, mission example 2 was all me way ye holier than thou. You could end up in his condition. The strong do weaken and the mighty do fall. They start off on the pulpit, they end up being the culprit. It's the downside of the missionary position. And there's a blessing for the bread and a blessing for the wine, and there's something to be said for a life of piety. If you're downloading porn or you're chopping out a line, remember you can still be seen by the eyes of the Almighty. And you mustn't leave your car on a Yom Tov or Shabbat, and as well as your kippah, you must wear a white and hat, expose the tassels on your vest. You must let your sideburns curl. Thank Hashem every morning that you've not been born a girl. And you mustn't lay down with your sister or your mum, or your father's other wives, or the daughter of your son, or her daughter, or your daughter, or your grandma, or your aunt. Yes, you very may well want to. Well, I'm sorry, but you can. Though it's frowned upon, surprisingly, first cousins they'll allow. But not the sheep, or the goat, or the chicken, or the cow. If you must drink in Starbucks, use a paper cup. But the panini, Bellantini is a thrill you must give up. We all know the major commandments, 1 to 10, but nowhere does it say thou shalt not snort cocaine in any one of them. And in Prestwich and in Heaton Park and Cheatham Hill, they're sitting to shiver because his beer but now is empty. That Randy Rampant Rob, he's popped his last pill, he's bought his last thrill. Say goodbye to the rabbi. Bye-bye, bye-bye. One more time, you channel your inner Tevye. You imagine you're doing the Yiddish fiddler on the roof now. He was wild, wasn't he? Like a child, wasn't he? He was reviled, and then he was exiled, wasn't he? He will party no more, he can't wait for Yom Kippur, and he promises those days are dead and gone. He recognizes now that he was wrong, and he'll no longer use the shofar as a bong. And the judge says, Baruch, let's not beat around the burning bush. You're not just a bad, bad guy. You're a very bad, bad, bad guy. Was it? Bad rabbi. A bad rabbi. Bad rabbi. A bad rabbi. So I I'd done that song. I'd done a concert. I was in the lobby of a theatre where I'd done this. I think it was in Edinburgh, and there were people coming up after me, but after the thing, there was a line actually, and there was people pushed in front, and they came up to me and said, "Hey, you know that song about the rabbi?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "We're his family." And then they said, "We love that song." It was great. It was, apparently it was much worse in real life than I'd made him out to be in this. But there we go. They bought 3 CDs, which made so what do you know? Anyway, that's that. So we go. Oh, clapping! La 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 la. Hey! La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. A very bad rabbi. A very bad rabbi. My that was such fun. Thank you very much. And if if you can make it up the road on Sunday, then I won't be in trouble. So,
Won't tell anyone. You just came to services and you happen to sing.
no, I think if it's promotional, I think they'll probably be all right with it. Bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much.
What is the relationship with Magic Sean? With me.
My son was on jury duty in London, and it was a case of a bad imam. So,